This is the Transportation TV News Update. I'm Tony Dorsey reporting. Transportation reauthorization legislation in both the House and the Senate was delayed this week. On Friday, February 17th, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, Democrat from Nevada, urged his colleagues to support a cloture vote to limit debate on a package of amendments to S. 1813, moving ahead for progress in the 21st century, the Senate's $109 billion two-year surface transportation reauthorization measure. Reid said hundreds of letters supporting the bill had come in from coast to coast.
U.S. Chamber of Commerce, all the construction groups, labor unions, writing letters to us to get this passed. And a number of them have written letters saying, stop offering these irrelevant ideological amendments to this bill. These groups believe, as I do, that the measure is essential to job creation and economic growth.
But Texas Republican Senator Kay Bailey Hutchison, ranking member of the Senate Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee, outlined why she could not support cloture.
Mr. President, I hope that my colleagues will vote no on cloture so that we can put the provisions that have been agreed to on a bipartisan basis so that the Commerce title will reflect the full Commerce Committee rather than what came out that had not been fully vetted and is not the position of the full Commerce Committee with Republicans and Democrats together. I hope we would have that chance to put the new version together that would include the compromises that have been made on a bipartisan basis.
Falling 6 votes shy of the 60 votes needed to invoke cloture, floor debate on amendments to S. 1813 were postponed until after the week-long President's Day recess. Earlier in the week, the bill's sponsor, California Democrat Barbara Boxer, chair of the Senate Environment and Public Works Committee, reminded her colleagues what's at stake.
What will happen if we fail to act by March 30th and there is no action to fill that trust fund, which our bill does? 600,000 jobs will be lost. Here it is. Estimated jobs lost. There would be a 35% cut in transportation funding if we don't pass this bill and the finance title that raises the funds necessary.
The 8th short-term extension of highway and transit authorization legislation will expire March 31st. Also this week, Ohio Republican House Speaker John Boehner announced Wednesday that the House will postpone voting on H.R. 7, the American Energy and Infrastructure Jobs Act of 2012, until after the President's Day holiday. The House did move forward on its plan to split up the transportation bill into 3 separate parts. House members approved one of the 2 separate bills that lawmakers put forth to help pay for H.R. 7's $260 billion price tag. On Thursday, by a vote of 237 to 187, the House approved H.R. 3408, the Protecting Investment in Oil Shale, the Next Generation of Environmental Energy and Resource Security Act. In other news, a new study indicates the number of 16 and 17-year-old driver deaths in passenger vehicles in the U.S. may be rising. The study conducted by the Governor's Highway Safety Association determined that overall, 16 and 17-year-old driver deaths jumped from 190 to 211 during the first half of 2011, an 11% increase. If the data for the second half of 2011 continues this trend, the GHSA says it will mark the end of 8 straight years of cumulative annual declines in deaths for this age group. That's our Transportation TV News Update. Thanks for watching.